So coming out of the latest Nintendo Direct, one of the most exciting announcements for me was, of course, the Metroid Prime Remaster. As it has been 6 years since the first announcement for Metroid Prime 4, we haven't gotten anything Prime related, except for that odd announcement from Nintendo that they are switching studios from Bandai Namco back to Retro Studios, the original studio behind the Prime trilogy. Yet finally, during the latest Nintendo Direct, not only do we get a very sudden announcement for this remaster, we actually got it available for purchase digitally on this same day. So today, let's go over my thoughts on Metroid Prime Remastered. I feel like the graphics are the most obvious improvement for this title. That, let's face it, is more of a remake than a remaster. As you dock your ship onto the bigger ship, you can see in full the absolutely stunning visuals and detail that were seemingly crafted from the ground up by the folks over at Retro Studios. Along with assistance from Iron Galaxy Studios, the studio responsible for some incredible ports to the Nintendo Switch, including the very well done version of Skyrim and the Spyro Reignited trilogy, as well as support work on games such as Diablo 3. As you play through what is essentially a very well laid out tutorial on the ship, you begin to see just how much effort and time was put into finally recreating every aspect of the original game, from the same shot-for-shot animations to the placement of enemies, yet done so with such a beautifully crisp and modern graphical style. As you search every corner of this dark and ominous ship, noticing all the incredible lighting effects, from your blaster cannon being fired to something seemingly as simple as the flame effects that come bursting out after defeating the first boss, with the added level of detail on the boss's aesthetics in comparison to the original, to simply being too close to a door when firing a missile and seeing Samus's reflection in the visor, another great detail brought over from the original. You really begin to realize that this game is so much more than just a copy and paste port. Looking at you, Skyward Sword. And then after leaving the Carnival cruise ship and you land on the planet that you'll be spending the majority of your time, with the different environments, whether it be in the rain, with raindrops bouncing off of your visor in a very realistic manner, with the devs having paid extra attention to the details of physics and the way that the water droplets land on your arm cannon and then roll towards you when you lift up your arm. And this for me is just another sign that Retro definitely didn't take the easy way out. These details continue with you being in hot environments, whether your visor will fog up, leading to an even more claustrophobic feel that the Metroid games are certainly known for. And this use of the visor really sets the tone that you are right there in the action, leading to an even more immersive experience. Every environment that you encounter, in keeping with true Metroid fashion, is entirely different and colorful or dark where it needs to be, with nothing being dull or seemingly washed out. And thankfully never having that weird HD Vaseline filter that is prevalent with so many rush jobs. However, graphics, even as impressive as they can be, don't mean anything without solid and enjoyable gameplay. But have no fear, because Metroid Prime Remaster truly has that in spades, allowing you the options to choose from multiple controller schemes, including the default dual stick setting, which completely modernizes the control layout, and is the way to go in my opinion. And hey, the GoldenEye Switch port could definitely learn a thing or two from this. To the pointer setting, which enables motion controls for the camera movement and aiming, similar to the Metroid Prime trilogy for the Nintendo Wii. Next is the hybrid setting, allowing you to have the classic GameCube controls with motion controls for aiming. And then lastly, of course, you have the classic control setting for those that want the full authentic GameCube control scheme. The gameplay is fast and fluid. Every shot that you take with your blaster or missiles feels weighted and satisfying. The lock system allows for quick targeting between multiple enemies and works in conjunction with your visor and finding the weak points that exist in some bosses and in some enemies. The jumping feels great, along with other mechanics and abilities that you obtain along your way, such as the morph ball that allows for a seamless transition in getting into some pretty creative nooks and crannies of the map, and in discovering ways and completing some very enjoyable puzzles. This game does a great job translating that old school Metroidvania style of the beloved 2D games into a full-on 3D space, by having you figure the majority of things out on your own, encouraging and rewarding exploration without telling you exactly where to go or what to do. The game will give you some very subtle hints every now and then, but it never feels like the developers think that this is your first video game. Unlike a lot of modern titles that just flat out tell you exactly where to go and how to get over an obstacle. And with all that said, I really feel that a game that has been as widely viewed as one of the best titles for the GameCube some 20 years ago, today is now one of the best games for the Nintendo Switch. Regardless if you have played this game in the past and just want to revisit it for the experience, or if you have never played the original version or the Wii ports and are looking to jump in to see what all the fuss is about, it is absolutely worth the $40 price tag, which honestly feels way too cheap for this game with everything that they've done to improve it. Also, I know a lot of you that are watching may not have been even born when this first came out on the GameCube, and in which case, I really need to go lay down and just reflect on my entire life. Metroid Prime Remaster is available now on the Nintendo eShop, and it will be available physically come February 22nd. But what do you guys think? Have you already been playing through the digital version of this game? And if so, how do you feel about it so far? Or have you never played this game and you're just now looking to jump in? Let me know in the comments below, but most importantly guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a great day, and I will see you on the next video.